Let's do one fun activity now. I'll be pasting three sentences in the chat. Please
Mm-hmm.
read the first one. Hi Rajni, good afternoon. Good to see you.
Hi, good afternoon. Same here.
So, how has your day been so far? Good, bad, average? Tell me.
The day was pretty usual. Yeah, average.
Okay. Are there any passion projects that you're working on other than YouTube and English learning?
Not right now. I was there at home for 5 or 6 days in between, so little bit off track. But now working on myself again, come back to the same normal routine, and again
Mhm.
start doing something new too. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So, what is that one activity without which your day feels incomplete? I mean, if you don't do it, you feel like something's missing.
Uh huh. If I don't study, then I feel.
Okay, interesting. So, what are you studying?
Study is like normal thing, whatever, like related to some English new topics or Korean. Like I am learning Korean language too, so
Mhm.
I just prefer to study for 1 to 2 hours in a day.
Wow, that's really good. Language learning, it's a very fascinating activity. I have heard that
Yes.
learning new languages sharpens your brain. I don't know if it's true,
Mm-hmm.
but I've read it somewhere.
Okay.
And do you feel more intelligent now that you're learning English, Korean both?
Sometimes and sometimes feels like what am I doing, but sometimes again I like nowadays I feel I know what I am doing right now, so I
Mhm.
feel good and I feel yeah.
Okay. So,
What about you? How was your day?
my day, it's been like a roller coaster. I think the last 2 days, health wise, it was not that great. So I was just sleeping on both Saturday and Sunday. Today, I'm doing a lot better. So, no
Mm-hmm.
complaints. Okay. All right. So, have you been a very ambitious person from a very young age, or were you a little laid back?
Not from a very young age. I
Mm-hmm.
was not sure about my careers, what I would pursue,
Mm-hmm.
what I would have as a bright future. I didn't know much. I was kind of a person very what we can say not going with the proper plan. I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to explore myself, like whatever will come in my life in my way I will, and if I enjoy that one I'll do that. Yeah. And I guess because of that some the bad experience I had, but ultimately it is turning to the towards the good one.
They say all's well that ends well, right? So, keep going. Great.
Hmm.
And I remember, I think my first interaction with you was during the lockdown, I believe. That's when I first interacted with you. And there's a huge difference in the personality. The Rajni that I met, I think 2 years ago, was slightly more introverted. Even the way you look is drastically different now. So, did anything happen during the lockdown that motivated you to start working on your personality?
Lockdown itself is was a time, like we were all the time with ourselves, we were thinking
Yeah.
about ourselves. So I guess it was itself, the time was good for me, that helped me a lot to again contemplate
Hmm.
on myself, what I am doing and what I can pursue my career. And during that time I understood myself better, and I took the decision that I should move on, because I think I was preparing, when I talked to you I was preparing for banking that time too. So after that I realized, like, if I'm not enjoying this I should move on, because after getting a job, preparing for
Mhm.
5 years, getting a job, it would be really difficult for me to move on towards the next one and follow my
Hmm.
passion. So I guess because of this period which I spent with myself, that made me move on and pursue my passion.
Okay, so the lockdown helped you do a lot of self reflection.
Yes,
Okay, lovely.
alignment with myself.
Makes sense. And are you happy with the kind of person that you have become now? Or do you feel there are still a lot of things that you want to learn and improve?
Yeah, still I feel a lot of things I can start, I can pursue a little bit. Sometimes I also do this procrastination, so I have to, start doing new things. Like, I have the potential, I understand that, but nowadays I'm not working that much hard or that much smart, I guess. But yeah, in future I'm just thinking to do it, to start it, because I sometimes I feel like I should be very perfect first and then I can pursue that. But again, at the same time, my mind says like, no, no one is perfect there. You can start whatever you know, whatever you have, with that
Hmm.
itself. So let's see. Yeah, still I feel there are a lot of things that I can do.
Okay, great. And during the lockdown, a lot of people started using their time creatively to kill the boredom, right? There were so many trends that were quite viral on social media. For example, preparing the dalgona coffee, maybe that went super viral. So, did you try any of these lockdown trends?
No, not really, because just before pandemic I was at home. Like, I came back home in January 2020, and I
Hmm.
have just started preparing for banking, and then in March itself the lockdown was there.
Yeah.
So, that period was really frustrating moment, time for me, because I lost my track. I was there in JNU. I was learning Korean. My master. I was
Hmm.
pursuing my masters, and in between, like,
Hmm.
the uncautious decisions were there. And we didn't discuss much about my career and at all. Like, my father said come back to home because of that, the
Yeah.
lockdown in JNU first, and the attack happened in JNU. So because of that,
Hmm.
my parents were really worried for my life. And yeah, so it was just again the moment where I just need to start again preparing for a government job. That was
Yeah.
never my cup of tea. I never thought about preparing any government job, for any government job, because I was there in learning Korean. So I always wanted to make my career in language or something like that. So a very big decision for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't have much time to, learn about cooking or making coffee or something like that. I was there. Always I was studying for banking exams. But yeah, one thing I've realized, like, I learned a lot of things during those 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
In my entire life, I guess I was very chill in school. I was again very chill in my college. I was not studying that much hard. But during those 2 years, I really studied hard for banking exam. And then and because of that, I got to know myself. Like, I gave my 200% there, but that is not working, I guess, because I don't want to. And that because of that I was able to move on and start whatever I want to do.
Hmm.
So I didn't try
Hmm.
those things.
Okay, so you stayed away from all the distractions and you were still working towards your goal. Great.
Yeah.
And one thing that I found very interesting in what you told me is that you want to make your career in languages only, right? So,
Hmm.
what are the prospects, career prospects of being a fluent Korean speaker? Are there good jobs that you get?
Yeah, there are many good jobs that you can do
Hmm.
nowadays. Like, many of my friends are working in, like,
Hmm.
majorly in India. The thing is, we want a lot of money. We always want a good career in terms of money, we consider, like, right?
Yeah.
So, in if you know a different language, a foreign language, then you can really earn good money, like really a good package you can have. So because of
Hmm.
that, like, many of my students are friends are working in Amazon. And there are again the there are a lot of companies. And like, 4 or 5 my classmates are in Korea itself. They are pursuing their masters, and some of them have completed, and they are just have started their career there. They got their job there. So,
Wow.
and really a good package. So yeah, that's why I always wanted to be. I never thought about the government job.
Okay. So great. I think the craze for Korean language, it's just rising, especially among the youngsters, and more people want to learn it, even in India. So it's a good
Mhm.
field, I guess.
Yeah.
Great, nice. And of course, the lockdown was a very devastating time. If you look at it, a lot of people got infected with COVID, and so many of them lost their lives. But um, what was that one positive thing that happened during COVID-19, in your opinion? Something, some silver lining that you see
For everyone, like in
for every,
general.
yeah, for everyone, for nature, for the infrastructure, everything.
For nature, like because of the lockdown, there were, I guess, there was less pollution because of the like the lockdown. And for people, like, we don't take usually breaks for ourselves, so it
Yeah.
was a huge break from work. And for, so people started working on their health, their mental health. They started paying attention towards their mental health and physical
Hmm.
health. And some
Hmm.
people, they who didn't know how to cook, they started learning and they started inculcating new habits in
Yeah.
themselves. So that was really good.
Very true. Absolutely right. Um, People, I think I saw the rising of a lot of new YouTube channels during the lockdown. And today, after 2, 3 years, these channels have become pretty massive. It's related to fashion, some related to cooking, some related to education. So,
Mhm.
lots of things people tried. Okay.
What did
And
you get during that time?
I got this entire career as a teacher. The COVID lockdown was the period when I shifted to online teaching, and I have never
Mhm.
looked back after that. So I think my career started as a teacher during the COVID lockdown.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
before that, you were teaching offline, and nowadays you are just only teaching online, or both?
Only online. Before being a teacher, I used to take only offline sessions during the weekends, not every day, because I was a full time IT employee. I was a software engineer. So I did not have time to take up teaching full time. So during COVID, I thought there's a new job market for online teachers. Let's give it a try. So I just started experimenting with it, and here we are. So that's
Wow,
how.
wow. But like, did why did you switch? Like, it was just a random, like you wanna just try it, or it was a very cautious decision?
It was a very conscious decision only because I really enjoyed teaching and I wanted to explore this full time. Uh, IT job, it paid really well. I'm not lying. It paid a good deal of money, but that job satisfaction was not there. I was not in love with what I was doing, but teaching was something that I was always interested in, and I wanted to give it a try. I felt like we have only one life. If I don't try now, when will I do it? Right. So
Yes,
that's why.
so true. Hmm.
Sometimes you feel, I'm sure even you feel, there's just one life. Let's try
Yes.
something different.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hmm.
So have
Okay.
you have done, I guess, your masters in English, right?
I have done my diploma in IELTS training, and I've also done my teaching certification courses from the British Council as well. So yeah.
Okay. So was it online or offline? I guess online, right?
Yes, yes, it was completely online because these courses, the diploma, I think the main center was in Mumbai, and obviously I couldn't travel to Mumbai that time, so it was all offline only. I mean, online only. It was all online.
Okay. Because I was thinking to pursue my masters in English now, but I'm little confused. Like, should I like do a diploma or course in English so I can become really fluent? And I also want to become a trainer now. So I was thinking, like, should I do a masters, then PhD, or should I do a particular course? So yeah.
Depends where you want to teach. If you are happy with teaching on online platforms like English Ari and other online platforms, then a diploma would definitely help you. But if you have a dream of teaching in proper colleges, schools, and such educational centers, go for your masters and do like a full 2 year program.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Some people
So
have given the suggestion same like you should pursue your masters, and then if in future in case you feel like you should have done your PhD, and if you wanna do, you should have masters at least, so you can
absolutely.
pursue easily. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. And I think it would be fun for you. And if you're very serious about your career as a teacher, you will have a lot of opportunities in reputed institutes if you do your master's and PhD and stuff like that. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing they have suggested. Like if you have
Yeah.
degrees and if you are not, like people said, like you are working on YouTube now, but in future
Mm.
if you don't wanna, and if there is a change, like we cannot
Yeah.
predict, right?
True.
So if you have done your PhD and masters, if you are having this much experience, people will hire
Mhm.
you without asking, without giving a second thought. So you should
Yes.
do that. You are already doing good, and simultaneously you can pursue your YouTube journey, and you can do that too.
Yes, and
Yeah.
if you do your masters, you will also increase or enhance your knowledge base. So you can share
Yes.
a lot more information about English to your viewers as well. So it's a win-win situation. It's good for your career, it's
Yeah.
good for your YouTube channel, both. So yeah,
Exactly.
okay, yeah, all right. So great. So I'm happy that you're contemplating a career in English. So all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's do one fun activity now. I'll be pasting three sentences in the chat. Please
Mm-hmm.
read the first one.
Upon seeing a tear in her painting, she shed a tear. Only
Oh,
one. She
okay. Yeah,
shed
you
a
read.
tear.
All right. The first TEAR. Upon seeing a tear in her painting, no. Upon seeing a tear in her painting, she shed a tear. That's how you pronounce it. So the spelling
Oh.
is the same, but the pronunciation is different and the meanings are different. Tear means
Mm-hmm.
that cut in the painting. Like if I take a sheet of paper and I tear it apart, right? I split it into two. That's pronounced as tear.
Tear. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Upon
Hmm.
seeing a tear in her painting, she shed a tear.
Very good.
Hmm.
Okay. The
Okay.
second one. Can you just read the second one, please?
The soldier decided to desert his tasty dessert in the desert.
Yeah, correct. So you see, what is the meaning of that? The soldier decided to desert his tasty dessert. What does it mean?
Decided to desert it. No, I didn't get it. Like I know only two meanings of one is desert, that is like we eat after meal. One desert, that is Registan. I don't know the third one.
Okay. The other meaning of desert, DESERT, is abandon or leave.
So decided. Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Soldier decided to abandon or leave his tasty dessert in the desert. Got it?
In the yeah, yeah.
Very good. Now, time for the last one.
I didn't object to the object which he showed me.
Hmm.
I didn't object to the object which he showed me. Is it correct? Like the
Absolutely. The
pronunciation. Is
pronunciation.
it
Correct, correct.
okay?
Absolutely right. The meaning? There are two objects here, obviously. So, how are they different?
I know the meaning of second object. No.
Let's say that you made a statement. Okay. Let's say you said something and I don't agree with it. It means I'm objecting to what you said. Okay. I raise an objection, means I disagree with you. So, objecting to something also means disagreeing with it.
Okay, raising an object.
Objection, yes.
Objection. Yeah, objection. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
I did not object to the object he showed me, which means I did not disagree to the object which he showed me. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting enough?
Got it. Yeah, it is interesting.
Great.
And like by this activity, we can get to know the different meanings and the pronunciation.
True that. 100%. So this is one of the best activities to learn different meanings
Mm-hmm.
of words that have the same spelling. Correct? So let me share some more. I'll give you a link, a URL. So you have 40 different sentences like these. So whenever you get free time, you can just go through it. It's pasted in your chat box. You may please copy it.
Mm, how can I copy it? Can you just help me? Because
Sure.
I
Have you
don't have it.
connected from your laptop or mobile phone?
Yeah, laptop. I don't know the
Laptop.
short key.
So you okay. So just hover on top of it and do right click and copy. You can't select it, so you can do copy
Mm-hmm.
link. Okay, just place
Okay.
your cursor on the link. Just place it. Don't click. Just place it and right click copy.
Copy link address. This one?
Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, that one. Okay,
Yeah.
done.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you have a homework today. So make sure you do the homework. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
All right then. So yes, those were all the questions that I had for you. And what do I say? What do I tell you? You're very fluent. Every session I see you getting better and better and better in terms of your speaking style. Okay. You're becoming more and more professional, more formal in the way you carry yourself, in your intonation. So great job,
Mm-hmm.
Rajni. Keep up the good work. That's all I would like to say, because there were no mistakes as such. You can focus on improving your vocabulary, improving your pronunciation, but other than that, everything else seems fine to me. Good job.
But I'm satisfied with my current, I guess, because I can do, I think, better.
Of course, the one area where you can improve is, as I mentioned, your vocab, right? You are an upper
Yeah.
intermediate level speaker. So now you can
Mhm.
start inculcating complex sentences in the way you speak. Instead of speaking in simple sentences only, you can start incorporating complex sentences. Start using words like even though, although, nevertheless, nonetheless, in spite of, despite. Start using these kinds of words and joining two clauses, and start speaking. So this way, you will go one step higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
So
in the last session also you mentioned those words, and I don't know how to use nonetheless. Otherwise, I know
mhm.
every word, but I don't know how to use nonetheless.
Okay. So how do you use nevertheless?
Yeah, same, nonetheless and nevertheless. But in spite
Okay.
of, despite of, and what else? Yeah, in spite
Mhm.
of, despite of, I know, but I don't know how to use nonetheless. Furthermore, I know.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Can
Okay.
you just explain?
Nonetheless, sure, 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 sure. Nonetheless is a synonym for however.
However, okay, it
Yes.
means.
But,
Hmm.
however, in spite of, this is the exact meaning. Okay. I can give you
Mhm.
one example sentence. Um, in today's society, the pollution levels are rising. Nonetheless, there are a lot of solutions that can be implemented, which means, however, there are a lot of solutions that can be implemented. So, this is how you use it. Got it?
Okay, okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, got
Welcome.
it.
Understood? Yes. So, this is something that you have to work on. This is one place where you can improve. Start by
Mm-hmm.
writing. Okay. Today, see, immediately starting to speak in complex sentences is a bit challenging. So, whatever thoughts you get, first start writing it down using these words and observe what you have written, and then start speaking it out. Okay. So, think, write, speak.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Done.
Done, yeah.
Great. So, do you have any other questions?
No,
Anything that I can
this.
help you with?
No, no. Oh, you are already helping me out a lot.
I hope so. But from the next session onwards, one more tip I would like to give you. When you enter the class, I want you to be in charge of the session, which means I want you to drive the session. Come ready with any topic that you have
Mm-hmm.
read in the newspaper, anything interesting that you read in some book or watched in a movie, and start discussing that with your teacher that day. Okay, so I want you to be in the driver's seat from the next session onwards. I want you to be asking questions, engaging, so it will boost your self confidence. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because I think you're capable of doing it.
Mhm.
So you must. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great then. So I will see you in the next session, Rajni. Until then, take care. Bye bye.
Sure. Bye bye. Have a great
Yes.
evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye.